guys, welcome back to the channel. It has been a long time. It's been pretty much an entire season, I think. Today, I think September 22nd is the first day of fall, and we got, or maybe it was yesterday, I can't remember, but we were at baseball practice yesterday. Baseball practice started at 1. We knew that there was maybe some rain coming in, but not until later in the evening. We were there for about 30 minutes. The clouds rolled in, saw some thunder and lightning, and we had to go in the dugout, and then it just broke free with a bunch of rain. Leaves started falling, and I said, oh, that's the official turn from summer to fall. And here we are all day today. It's been rainy, it's been gross. So in the beginning of the season, back in March and April, during the springtime, we had a lot of rain. It rained a lot. Basically, every week, trails were closed. I'd get around to the weekend, and it would rain. Couldn't ride bikes. So at the beginning of the year, this spring, I had both the Ozark Trail, the full suspension, and the Ridge, the hardtail. I had the Roscoe that used to be there. I got rid of it. I haven't rode any trails but maybe 2 or 3 times this entire season. Not for, not wanting to. Just in the beginning, it just wasn't happening, all the rain. I've taken the Ozark Trail out twice, I think. Twice. The new full suspension. I'm holding on to it for now because it's budget. It's okay to kind of keep around. The Roscoe was sitting here rotting. I ended up selling it to a guy that lives in Indiana, and hopefully he's getting some good use out of it. So during the first few weeks of spring, I was getting frustrated, like, man, I just want to ride bikes. I went and I had the Ozark Trail gravel bike, which I still have. It's inside, it's in my basement. It's kind of disassembled right now because I'm currently using the wheels off of it for my current bike, the Trek Checkpoint. This is the ALR5 Gen 2, so the old style geometry. It's still the 1x, it's the Apex 1x 40 tooth in the front and then 1144 in the back. I have changed out a couple things. I got some different bars. Let me show you, let me turn you around here. So this is the Checkpoint, like I said, ALR. Yeah, this is the aluminum. ALR says right here. 5. So this is the top spec aluminum bike, and then once you get past this, it goes into the carbon, so you get the SL. I got this. I was actually looking at a different Checkpoint. I was looking at the 2x. They just happened to have this one at my store. They didn't have the one with the 2x unless I wanted to drive a little bit farther. I rode it. I was like, yeah, this is what I'm looking for. It's something a little bit more efficient than the trail bikes. I can ride it on the road, but I could also take it off-road, light-duty trails. But it's fast enough on the streets that I'm not just slogging around on a 35-pound mountain bike. This is about 20 pounds, 21 pounds, a little bit lighter maybe. Depending on what kind of wheels and tires you have on it. So currently I'm running my JG bike wheels that have been with me since 2020. The high engagement hubs, these are 29. I have the WTB Riddler 700 by 45C set up tubeless. And this is a recent thing. On these tires, I recently swapped them over. And the reason why I hadn't done it before, these are quick release wheels. Originally, I changed the end caps for the hubs because the JG bike wheels can do that. And this is road spacing. This is boost road. So you got 12 by 100 in the front through axle, 12 by 142 in the back. And these wheels were 9 by 100, 9 by 135. I adapted the back and the front and they seem to fit. I don't have any weird like fitment issues. The only thing that sucks is I've lost a cog on the cassette. I think I took out the 11 cog. So I have all gears 1 through 12 minus the 11, if that makes sense. And the reason for that is because this is a 10-speed free hub body on these wheels, so it didn't fit. I could probably adapt it or cut it down or whatever, but I just wanted to see how this rode. And I rode it for the first time longer distance this weekend because I just recently put these wheels on here, like last week. I rode 16 miles yesterday, and they did fine. I did get a PR on one of the segments. It might have been because it was a little bit cooler and it wasn't as windy, or it could have been the wheels. I don't know. But I think I'm going to switch back to the wheels that came on here. So it comes with the Paradigm Bontrager wheels, and I don't know. The tires are a little bit more road friendly. These are not super aggressive, but they're probably a little bit more, have a little bit more rolling resistance. So I've ridden this bike I should say almost all summer. I put a quick 500 miles on it in a matter of the first few weeks riding it. I was riding it every day. I was doing 100 miles a week, and I was, had a little bit of vacation time within the first week that I had this. I had taken a week off, so I had about 10 days to just ride as much as I wanted to. And to date, I have 750 miles or so on the bike, and it's held up great. I really like it. That's it. I just wanted to give a quick little update. I'm going to turn back around here. Just wanted to give a quick channel update. I've been wanting to do this for a bit. You know, time's been tight. Wanted to talk about one more thing real quick. Just before, as I was thinking about it, I went upstairs and had to use the bathroom because I just drank a bunch of water not too long ago. And I just wanted to say thanks for all the support and all the subscriptions and the comments and the chatter and all the BS. And I know that, you know, sometimes I can't or don't respond to comments. A lot of you guys sometimes, I don't even know if it's you guys. It's people that, you know, the visitors to the channel that come and they try to, you know, get links and your build list. It's like, do some of your own work. Figure out what you want. Don't just copy my build. That's what I do. I mean, some of this stuff just happens to be coincidence that, hey, my build is the same as the Wolf Tit guys or Matty Active or whoever. It just so happens that there's only so many parts in the world, right? And there's only so many different color combinations that work. Mint pedals on the Ozark Trail is not one of them. That's just, I had to have those pedals because all of my pedals have disappeared and gone on to new homes or something. I don't know. I always try to sell or trade my bikes with BYOP, bring your own pedals, because that's how I got it. But I end up always giving away my real pedals, and I don't have any demo pedals. But I wanted to say that it's September. We're almost into October. And one of the things that I want to talk about is how I would like to, kind of going back to the bike farmer thing. I really want to do more of this channel and reach more people, and he's kind of inspired me to kind of be more I don't even know how to say, but like, I want to do more videos. And now that it's getting cold, well, it's not cold yet, but pretty soon, within the next few weeks, it's going to be starting to turn as far as like not wanting to ride outside. So the goal is to kind of keep riding. And for a while, I've been doing pretty much all summer, I was trying to do minimum 100 miles a week. At some point over the last couple weeks, that's kind of fallen off. My wife was out of town. I was doing single dad duty. So I was going to school, taking the kids, getting the bus, doing baseball. There wasn't a whole lot of time for me to take out to go do my bike rides. I supplemented a little bit with Peloton. So when I don't have time, it's 8:30 or 9, it's dark out, you don't want to go out, or it's raining like today, jump on the Peloton 30 minutes, get about 8 to 9 miles. That does contribute, and that adds up, and I hate riding the Peloton because you can't coast. Probably 50% of my miles are coasting, probably. I love to coast. I just like being on the bike. I don't like the exercise of it. But what I'm trying to get at is I've been trying to live a healthier lifestyle, trying to cut out the bad stuff, the sugars, the pops, the candy. Last year in November, December, and for the last 5 years, I've been kind of having some health anxiety, thinking something was wrong internally. And I still think that might be true, but I'm trying to get better about telling myself that there's really nothing wrong with you. Maybe you're just getting old. I've never been old before. This is my first time. Every day I'm a little bit older, and it's my first time being old. So coming up on 39 in a month. So I'm on the horizon is the big 40, and backtracking to last year in November and December, I was feeling really bad. I had a lot of stomach issues going on, fatigue, just overall just not feeling quite right. And I've been kind of feeling like that for, like I said, the last 4 years, since about 2019 maybe, ever since the pandemic. And it might have been slightly before that. I just don't know. But I haven't had any weird panic attacks or episodes where I felt out of control, out of body. That was the first time that happened to me was back in 2021 or 2022. But I went to the doctor this winter, back in November, December, and since then I've been going regularly to get blood work done, and they're trying to diagnose what the heck is wrong with me or what might be wrong with me. And if I read something, a similar symptom that I might have, or something that I've experienced for some disease that somebody is talking about online, I'll self-diagnose and I'll spiral. And last year I had some blood work. The first, I guess, maybe not the first, but the first time that my blood work came back where there was some elevated numbers, and it's not even the first time. My liver enzymes, the ALT and AST levels were high, and immediately I read into the Google doctor, and I found what I thought was it's likely liver failure, cirrhosis, cancer, liver disease, all these things, and I started spiraling, and I thought that it was a death sentence, and it really got to me a lot, and I couldn't deal with the fact that, hey, something might be going on internally and it's killing you and nobody knows it, or nobody has pointed it out. And still to this day, nobody has really said anything. It hasn't been super red flagged or significant enough to even really have a conversation about. And each time I get my blood work, no matter what, my levels are high. The last time I did it, just a few weeks ago, that was the highest that it had ever been. And I kind of got down on myself again for a little bit. And I'm thinking, last November and December, I was thinking to myself, I was off. I wasn't going to make it to the new year. I was going to die. I thought I was dying. I thought it was over. And I kind of didn't really give up, but I had that mindset, I'm not going to be here in a couple weeks. And I would say stuff like that. And it got to the point where I kind of believed it. And I thought, for sure I was dying. And we all are. Every day we die a little bit more. Some people are doing it faster than others. Some people are slower than others, depending on your lifestyle or your certain health situations. But I'm 38, be 39. And this summer, spring and summer, that's when I decided to spring into action. Take over what I can do to kind of help myself to try to be around for as long as I can, get healthier, stop eating or putting the bad stuff in your body, get out on the bike as much as you can. And that's kind of how this kind of started, this 100 miles a week thing. And it's hard to do. It's doable, but it's hard. Some days I went like 130, 140. Some weeks I barely scratched 100, or I got really close. Some days, or some weeks I only did 50. This last week I think I only did 20. The week before was probably about that, 20, 30, maybe 40. And the prior week about the same, just because it's been so busy right now. But over on the year, I usually try to get 1,000 miles on the bike a year. And to date, I think I have like 1,800 miles since January. So next year, or this year even, really, I mean, I still got 2-3 months of the year left. 2,000. Next year, 2026, 2,500 for the year. 27, 3,000. 3,000 miles in a year. That's crazy. Old, fat, lazy me, 3,000 miles on a bike. Let's try to get there. 1,800 or whatever it is. I'll put a little thing up here, show you my official year to date. I think it's 18. Might be a little bit more, but might be less. I don't know. I might be lying, but I think it's like 1,800. And then if you do like a 52-week view, I think I'm over 2,000. But anyway, that's it. Quick channel update. Stay tuned for more as it cools off. Maybe we'll do more rides with the cameras and stuff like that, because in the summertime it's just too hot with the GoPro. It doesn't want to work. So when it cools off, late summer, spring, those are the prime POV riding times. But anyway, that's it for now. We'll see you on the next one.